If you're looking for a place to truly get away from it all, have some unique experiences, and get a fresh start, we may have found the perfect place: South Africa. In this episode, we're visiting White River Manor, a pioneering addiction treatment and wellness center that has created a luxury treatment destination like none other.
I think one of the most key factors of White River Manor is it's completely unique. Based in South Africa, based in Mpumalanga, right near the Kruger National Park, really makes us unique and special. But it's not only our facility and our location, but I really believe that we have a world-class program that is dynamic, that is individually focused, and ultimately I think the team of counselors and professionals and staff that we have here are really passionate about helping our clients have a life-changing experience.
Experience. Experience is a word that we heard a lot when speaking with the staff, and quickly realized it's a key element of their approach. Not only treating your addiction, but helping you learn to enjoy life without substances. One of the premier experiences clients enjoy is an all-day safari in Kruger National Park. We had the opportunity to see this firsthand.
The word safari means journey. I think it's quite special if we consider the type of journey that our guests at White River Manor specifically are on. And you know, safari is just as that. It's a journey, it's an experience, and it's an adventure, and it's a wonderful opportunity to get out into the wilderness and allow the wilderness effectively to restore. And you know, if you look at it, nature restores. I mean, it releases your dopamine levels, and I mean, it does so many wonderful things out here. And particularly this time of year now, when you're looking at this wilderness full of life, we've just come into a new season, you know, spring, and you know, this abundant new life. And yeah, I think that the combination of the two and being able to enjoy one whilst journeying in the other is, I think it's a wonderful opportunity, you know. You know, so when I look at it and I think of a guest who comes to White River Manor, I think there's so many opportunities on safari to really reflect on your own journey. You know, when you wander off into the savannah, you know, you can come to, you know, just declutter and create space in your mind and have peace. You can also reflect on it from the perspective of looking at this environment.
At the exact moment he was describing the wow moments clients experience on safari, we got to experience one for ourselves, seeing a black rhino, an animal on the edge of extinction, of which Andrew hasn't seen in 6 months.
This is typically one of those wow moments on safari. For a guest at White River Manor, I can tell you now, whilst they're experiencing this, there's nothing else that's going through their mind other than this specific moment. Seeing this animal. How special.
After the safari, we made our way back to White River Manor and began to learn what makes the property itself so special.
So the environment, I think we are almost one of a kind in terms of our setting. It's beautiful, tranquil gardens. I think we're on a very large property, and I think that adds to the value of therapy and of recovery or healing, actually.
White River Manor is set on an old English farm, previously known as Jatinga. The British soldiers that left India came through to White River and actually established the town of White River, and that's how far back this garden and these buildings go. We've got the White River that flows down right in front of the property, and that's actually what the town White River is named after, is the river. Yeah, this is a really beautiful setting. The clients will also go for walks down here. There's nature trails as a part of the river. We set up our dining room as a family table. We like all of our clients to eat together, and we want them to feel like a community. And yeah, you really just have a picture into, you know, a bit of serenity and peace.
Amidst the 100-year-old garden are individual villas for the clients.
Here we have the executive block, which is again 6 private rooms, which are also fully equipped, all with satellite television and really beautiful finishings. So this is one of our executive villas. These large open marble bathrooms that are really beautiful, and they're also finished with lovely outdoor showers. This is our manor or presidential suite, and a client is just about to check in here. So on the bed is the welcome bag, and inside the welcome bag is all that they'll need for their recovery process and the introduction into the process. It really is an incredible setting, and the client will have every luxury and every amenity at their fingertips inside here, just as they would in a 5-star hotel. There is a beautiful bathroom, and there is an outdoor courtyard. You know, what we really find is that our clients really just enjoy the time that they have to spend outside of the program as well, where they can just do their work, they can speak to their families, and just go through their restoration process, which is obviously really important.
Now having a sense of the environment, we talked to some of the staff about the treatment program itself.
One of the things that we're really, really proud of is the team of professionals that we have working here. I believe any facility is only as good as the people that are here. We've been able to build up a team that I believe is of international standard.
The whole setting and the whole disciplinary team we have like the psychiatrists, they're professors. Our psychologists here are all doctors. The nursing care, our nurses have years of experience, qualifications, psychiatric experience and qualifications. It's just, I think our staff component is absolutely excellent.
We really pride ourselves on doing a bespoke treatment program for each client, so it's important for us to individualize each person's treatments. So it's difficult to say what our one specific treatment approach is.
And I always say we build a puzzle, because the person coming in here, the puzzle is actually broken. So we all kind of take a piece and we build the pieces together again as a team.
White River Manor is geared for the executive. So we have a lot of clients that refuse to go into treatment centres where they are controlled and where they are given strict rules and regulations of what they may and may not do. So you cannot have a business owner that is very successful in most fronts of their lives treat them as if they are juvenile delinquent and give them certain criteria of what they can and can't do. It doesn't work.
You walk in here, you immediately are going to feel loved, safe and connected. And once a client feels loved, safe and connected, then you're able to, address particular destructive patterns in their lives.
The clients is our first priority. I think for all of us, this is not just a job, this is really a passion.
So much of White River Manor is unique compared to other international options. But another aspect that sets them apart from luxury rehabs in the US and Europe is the cost of the program.
People are very surprised by the affordability. And you must understand that the reason for that too is because of the South African rand and how strong the dollar is at the moment. So we are able to provide a very similar, on a very similar scale to clients, but at a more affordable price.
Another practical advantage to the program's location is South Africa's popularity as a tourist destination.
A lot of people might see South Africa as unsafe and perhaps not as developed. But OR Tambo is one of the most modern airports in the world and was redone for the Soccer World Cup in 2010. South Africa has been a tourist hotspot for most of Europe for the past 20 years. And is recognized all over the world. The Kruger International Airport, which we are less than 10 minutes away from, is one of the tourist destinations, one of the largest tourist destinations in South Africa. So our country is very much geared for tourism, and it's very much geared to bring clients in safely.
Beyond the activities and experiences of the Kruger area, clients have the opportunity to experience surrounding tourist areas as well.
If clients do want to experience Cape Town and the beauty of our country, we're very happy to accommodate them. So a fully facilitated trip where we'll plan accommodation, flights, a sober coach to go with them, the program, an all-inclusive itinerary for them to spend time in Cape Town. The same goes for Mozambique. We've had quite a few clients going to Mozambique on excursions. We visit local orphanages, we go to Ponta de Ora, we swim with the dolphins.
Since its opening in 2015, White River Manor has begun to see more and more clients coming from countries around the world. people attracted to the unique experience and value proposition of recovering in South Africa.
What an incredible experience to come to Africa, this dark continent. You know, it's such a magnificent environment. For a guest who's never ever seen this before, it must be incredible to experience it and to see this wilderness for the first time, because there's so much to see. You've just got time to be in the present, you've got time to just focus on the environment, enjoying, observing, nature. And that in itself, that's restoration,